Hi guys, I have 5 millionaire frameworks to help physicians become multimillionaires. Ready? Let's go. Number 1, getting up early. Number 2, knowing your financial number. Number 3, role modeling success. Number 4, avoiding the noise, distractions, and toxic environments. And number 5, making your income source into something I call ELF versus half. All right, let's get into it. Guys, my name is Vikram Raya, founder of Limitless MD, owner of Viking Capital, and my goal is to make these videos so you guys can up-level your life. Let's get into it. Number 1, getting up early. Why is this so important? It's so important because you need uninterrupted time in your life to be able to create pockets of explosive focus. I call it pockets of explosive focus because this is where you're in alpha state. Normally we're in beta, we're distracted, we're irritable, we're thinking a lot of different things, and there's chaos in our brains. And, we're multitasking and literally not getting much done during that time. When we drop into alpha, you're super focused. You probably achieve 2x productivity, and you're really able to go in and solve problems, meaningful problems that will move your life, your business, and whatever else you're working on forward. So with that deep focus time, that deep work time, you're going into flow state and you're really achieving monumental success. When's the best time to do this? First thing in the morning. One of my mentors likes to say is you drink your water and you get to work, right? You don't need a prolonged morning routine. I know a lot of you love doing all these things in the morning, but sometimes that can distract you from getting what I call NUI time done. Not urgent, but important things done. Number 2, knowing your financial number, right? Figure out what it is you're trying to achieve. That's knowing your financial number. That's becoming financially independent and retire early. FIRE number, F-I-R-E number. It's your net worth goal. It's your cash flow goal. It's your passive investment goal. I know physicians so harper on trying to increase their passive investments because that's what they've been told by a lot of the social media and a lot of the books and the financial gurus. But I want to take a moment and really ask you guys to emphasize something different. Stop thinking about things as passive investments. Transition your thought process from passive investments to thinking about non-clinical income. It can be active or passive, but essentially it's diverting you from having to go into the hospital, into the clinics, trading hours for dollars, and you're creating multiple streams of income. Hopefully a lot of that is passive, but it doesn't have to be, because once you make it just about passive, you turn off your brain to a lot of other opportunities that are available to you. All right, number 2 is role modeling success. Someone has already done the path that you want to be on. Very few things in life are completely brand new. Most things are already achieved by most people. If that's the case, why should we reinvent the wheel? There's 2 examples of that. Number 1 is skiing, and number 2 is car racing. If you're going to go down an amazing ski slope, you want to find tracks that the previous skier has left, because if you go and curve and go into those same tracks, it's a proven pathway down the mountain without getting hurt and perhaps doing it in a very efficient manner. Same thing with auto racing and Formula 1 racing. In the movie The Fast and Furious, they always talk about this thing called drafting. So a pace car or another car is really fast in front of you. Sometimes the best thing is not to try to compete with them, but to go right behind them, and they are taking care of all the air friction. They're sort of doing the path on the raceway, and if you follow them, you're literally having more efficiency and you're able to achieve a very faster rate. So how can you do this in your life? Well, you're thinking, hey, I don't know anyone who's starting online courses. I don't know anyone who's switched into pharma or biotech. I don't know anyone who's started a hedge fund. I don't know anyone who's sold, 12 clinics to private equity that are like sort of sleep clinics. What should you do? There's a 3I methodology. 1, you want to find people who are doing it and you want to imitate. Next, you want to improve slightly upon what they're doing, which I call iteration. And finally, you want to innovate. You want to completely take it to the next level. But where do you find these kind of people who are already successful? There's 3 main places, or 4 main places, I would say. Word of mouth, friends, colleagues, people who are already in the industry that maybe are thought leaders. They made splashes. They've already done things that are garnering them reputation. Number 2 is perhaps looking at a podcast that talks about just that issue. Number 3, going on Audible and finding the top 5 books on that topic, or Amazon perhaps, and finding the top 5 to 10 books on that one topic and who are the masters on it. And you can choose reviews to see who has the most quality information. And finally, moving on to number 4, avoid the noise, distractions, and toxic environment. habits. These things really slow down people on the track to creating multiple millions and creating uber wealth because it distracts them. It's naysayers, it's negative people who doubt you. It slows you down. The weeds of toxic mindset and decision making, if when it enters your body or in your realm of influence, it's paralyzing. Fear can really stop you. It can make you lose momentum. And so you want to literally create a tight bubble of focus, and you only let positive people in, people who are encouraging, people who've already been there and done that. The worst thing in life I've seen doctors do is they take advice from people who've never even achieved the goal that they're going after or chasing. Really be careful who you decide to take counsel from. Number 5, you want to make your income source ELF instead of half. What does that mean? ELF is easy, lucrative, and fun. This is the kind of businesses that when you just flow, you're in your zone of genius and you're providing value to the world and you're getting paid, but you do it even for free. And I've done that several times in my life where I found a company or a business idea that just flowed with me. The opposite of ELF is half, hard, annoying, lame, and frustrating. Many of you are doing this right now. The people listening to this video right now, many of you are doing these kind of businesses. How do you tell the difference? An ELF business is, man, within 3 to 6 months of you starting it, you're starting to get double-digit revenue. You're starting to attract people into your company who want to work for you because they love what you're doing. You start to have raving fan customers and clients. That's an ELF business. A half business is really difficult. It's hard, annoying, lame, and frustrating. What does that mean? It really means that you're probably not in your zone of genius. You may be in your zone of excellence, meaning you have the competence and the capability to do this, but it's not your superpower. You know, a lot of physicians have gotten to becoming a doctor because it's something they should do. They thought they initially wanted to do it. Maybe they're doing it for the finances. Perhaps they were doing it for the prestige or whatever the reason, but it's not fulfilling them. And if it's not fulfilling you, then you may want to consider revamping and triggering another strategy. All right, guys, I hope those 5 millionaire frameworks were helpful. Getting up early, knowing your numbers, role modeling success, avoiding the noise and toxic people, making your business more ELF, easy, lucrative, and fun, and not half, hard, annoying, lame, and frustrating. Put in the comments below which one of those you found most helpful, and I'll make a longer video. Thanks again. We'll talk soon.